By now you've all probably seen the Fallen Kingdom trailer, and if you haven't, you should probably click off this video right about now to avoid spoilers. There's a scene midway through the trailer involving Owen and Blue, and well, I'm just going to show you it.
You know me.
So Owen is looking for Blue, that is his driving force here. We saw Claire at the start of the trailer tell Owen that Blue is still alive, and that really does seem to be the kicker that sends Owen over to the island. Then he tracks the Blue down, assumedly whilst Claire is busy being attacked by Baryonyx and lava. It's a bad day for Claire. They run into each other by the sight of what looks to be the Jeep from the first Jurassic Park. Blue begins to recognise Owen when suddenly she turns her head and cries. But what did she notice? There's been a lot of speculation about this. Do let me know in the comments down below what you think she was looking at, but I've got 3 or 4 ideas of my own. First up, of course, it could be another non-raptor dinosaur, a threat of some form. Fallen Kingdom looks set to have more dinosaurs than any other film in the franchise history. Is Blue spotting Rexy that maybe she'd recognise from Jurassic World? Is she spotting the Indoraptor or the potential Allosaurus? Similarly, perhaps she spotted another human. After the events of Jurassic World, she's sure to be very wary of pretty much everybody except Owen, and even then she was less convinced upon their initial meet. We know there's a pretty large squad of would-be soldiers on the island as part of this whole retrieval mission. Will the firm reassert Blue's position as a wild, feral creature by having her tear apart a random red shirt grunt? I imagine a lot of this film is going to be about the bond and story arc between Owen and Blue. Giving something for them to tackle right away would lend a little dimension to their storyline. It's not just, can we get Blue off the island? But it's also, can we get her off the island and not have her put down for slaughtering some soldier dude? The third option, and perhaps the most obvious one based on the trailer, is she's noticing the volcanic eruption. Especially as the trailer does cut to it immediately after the Blue cry ends. It's literally the next shot in the trailer. And it's the theory that I personally liked the most until I started to make this video and really thought about it. For one, why would Blue detect it much earlier than Owen? We don't hear an explosion or anything in the video, we don't really hear much of anything at all. Whatever startles Blue does appear to be something quieter and closer by. Secondly, we see Owen later in the trailer emerging from the pyroclastic cloud of the eruption, sans Blue. Of course they could have been separated between their meeting and the explosion, but then how does Blue get off the island like we know she does? There's been a lot of leaking and speculation about the film that a prominent portion of what we imagine will be the second half of the film is about Owen's attempts to make sure Blue is not used as a weapon, which kind of goes back to the soldier thing from a little earlier. If people have seen her tear this guy apart, be a brutal attacking killing machine, well, she's more likely to be used as an offensive weapon. Finally, and the option I personally choose to believe, Blue has a pack mate. Well, at least one. We know the raptors are pack animals, and we know Blue has somehow survived the years after Jurassic World. You know, this is several years after the events of the first film, I believe 4. How could she have done it alone? These raptors hunt in groups, and assuming you think about the herbivores on Jurassic World, by and large, they would be quite tough animals for a raptor to take down alone. There's not that many of them that they'd have an easy time with. Now, I'm not saying it's necessarily Delta, Echo, or Charlie, though the former two could potentially have survived. We don't see them definitely die. I think Charlie is definitely dead. Charlie has been turned into a dinosaur Frankenstein if Charlie is still alive. But I quite like the idea of Blue essentially rearing and forming her own pack. Owen's relationship with Blue, raising and looking after her as we saw in the little clip of him with baby Blue, would be reflected in her relationship with her own subordinate packmates. There's some pretty solid damning evidence for this too, as the cry that Blue uses is pretty much the same cry as the raptors from Jurassic Park 3. This is a call for a packmate. That's what they're doing. This is the raptor cry when they detect another of their own species. Boom. That's why I think that's definitely the right theory. I think it's the most exciting theory. I think the idea that Blue has her own pack to look after has quite exciting implications for the rest of the film. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and if there's another topic in the Jurassic Park franchise you'd like me to talk about, or anything else, don't hesitate to let me know. Cheers, much love, and as always, bye bye. Hey guys, if you enjoyed this video, please consider smashing that like button down below. It really helps me out. And also hitting the subscribe button if you want to be kept up to date with brand new videos about dinosaurs, animals, aliens, and everything else we do here on the Best of Slot channel. All of you who have subscribed so far, that's awesome. Make sure you hit that little bell icon. I'll highlight it now, otherwise you may actually miss out on the content anyway, because YouTube is silly. Thank you guys so much. Much love.